That's right. It is Monday night. It is 6:30. We are up, down, around the block from wherever you may be from. And thank you very much for joining us on the Block Coaches Show, CMR Wrestling Part 2. I'm the team man, Richard Tiemann, and Coach Jensen, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having us.
And, of course, we're going to talk all about the big crosstown wrestling meet. But first, we got to discuss the last week's sports events. So the tour took me to Great Falls High, where the girls played senior. 47-40 was the final there. And so Great Falls High girls are on a 5-game losing streak, unfortunately. Abigail Madinger was player of the game. The Americans had their Shaw tournament, or there's a cup they host. And so one of their games, they were 4-1 over the Hurricanes. Brody Carper from Fairfield was player of the game. And then there was the Super Bowl yesterday. Kenneth Walker was their MVP, even though it was definitely defense and the kicker. That should have been it. And then, of course, how could we forget, there was crosstown wrestling where CMR over Great Falls High for the first time. And, well, you know by now, everybody's talked about it, 18 years. But, man, Coach, I just can't say enough. Like, I was coming down from an adrenaline high after that thing. And so now that you've had a weekend to process and unpack, I mean, where do you sit now as far as just what that meant and, of course, still the divisionals and the state tournament to come?
Yeah, I mean, it was a really great feeling for our program and something that we felt was a long time coming, something that we felt we could do, you know, maybe earlier than we actually got it done. But it's hard right now talking about it on Monday because now we're in a different mode. Now we're thinking about divisionals and state. And, you know, if we'd have won the duel, lose the duel, Friday we still had practice and we were on to the next thing. But it is a lot easier to go forward with a win. So now we don't have to talk about year 1, 2, whatever it is now. You know, now that we got that over with, we can stop talking about that part of it, which is pretty nice.
I mean, something like that, I feel that there is, you know, an appropriate amount of time to celebrate, to talk about it, because at the end of the year, there is something to be said when it comes to crosstown rivalries, whether the two teams are doing terrible all season and that was the one big game or event or meet or match. But for you guys, I mean, I was thinking about it before that crosstown and even last year's, and then just looking, and it's just like, wow, if either program had just one or two of each other's guys, like, we're talking about a powerhouse. But you guys have managed to split it pretty much down the middle talent wise. I mean, how is that even possible?
Well, I mean, I think it's just both programs work really hard. Both programs put a lot of time in the off season, and I can't say anything but positive about Great Falls High. Luis does a really good job over there, and we have coaches over here that work really hard. We have kids that work really hard. So I think that's what evens that out. Even in the years where it was like there was definitely maybe a talent gap, the amount of work and effort that both sides were putting in was pretty equal.
And I know from talking with you and talking to Carranza that you guys both live and breathe wrestling. I mean, you and I could have spent, you told me tonight specifically, hey, let's have the 3 on instead of just the 2. I said, that's less time for you and I to talk about pro wrestling, you know.
Yeah.
And Luis was brought up that way. And so you guys live and breathe wrestling. Your son wrestles. He was one of the wrestlers of the meet, along with Gage, who we're going to talk to here. And then Kaylin Kramer had a girls match of the night. And Bella Dion was the wrestler for Great Falls High from the girls. I mean, there was just so much great wrestling. And I think it really shows how you and Luis have not only implemented how you were brought up and how much love you have for wrestling, but you've been able to translate that to your athletes year in and year out.
Yeah, I mean, there's after this duel, there's been certain kids that have kind of gotten shout outs, but I think I'm going to take a minute and just talk about everybody a little bit. I mean, like at 103, Baird weighs he weighs 83 pounds, and he's given us great effort all year, so that was awesome. Xavier's a freshman, same thing. Like I probably thought he was going to wrestle a little bit more JV, but he stepped up and wrestled varsity all year. And then at 118, like Peyton was warming up when the girls were warming up. Like he was ready to go. He had his headphones on, and I knew okay, these first 2 matches may not go our way, but Peyton's a leader. Peyton's dialed in, and I know what's going to happen here. And he went out and delivered like he always does, and does it in a very quiet manner. Isaac McCamey, same thing. And what was cool is we had three seniors wrestle, 3 seniors won, and then they get to go out winning the crosstown. That was awesome. Landon Odegaard, big effort. Austin Rains. Austin weighed in at, I think he weighed 185, and we bumped him up to 215 and gave us a great effort, saved team points. I mean, it took a whole team effort. And what was cool about all of it is, like, when you talk about the team part of it and the love of wrestling, our bench was electric. Those kids, they were there, supporting one another. We wrestled as a team, and that was one of our goals this year. Is like, when every kid steps out on the mat this year, they wrestle with the team in mind. So when it gets a little tough, that they're doing it for something bigger than themselves. And I think that was definitely the epitome of that.
Yeah, the bandanas were a nice touch. I'm jealous I didn't get one. I want one from both schools. But when they had the bandanas and I asked you to come back for Monday, I was like, he's going to come in dressed up with a bandana as Macho Man or Andy Savage, I swear. And I think, stuff like that would be a lot of fun. I was at the Golden Goat in Missoula, which, for those that don't know, it's their big rivalry game, but it's played at the Adams Center where the Grizz play. And it's more than just like who wins the girls and the boys game. It's about, the student sections. It's the theme, the participation, all this. And that's what I came from at my high school in our rivalry, which is, I guess, long way about where these come from, is somebody from one of those 2 high schools. I don't know who they were, and I don't think I graduated with them, but they wanted to bring that here, and they have. And so I think the big events like this, they do kind of need a little extra, but I mean, just the environment, the lighting, the student sections, the benches, I mean, everything was about as perfect as you could get for something like that. And I love that it happened at wrestling.
Yeah, I think, when I went back to school on Friday, so many kids that were there, they've never maybe been to a crosstown match, and they said that was the best crosstown event they've ever been to. I mean, it got so loud. I can't even imagine how loud. I'm sure you could hear it from outside, but it was great. Both sides, both student sections were awesome. It made it for such a great event for these kids that, and they're not going to remember every match that they ever wrestled in their life. They're going to remember that night, and it was pretty memorable.
So I told you before it started, I said, I think if this comes down to one match, which it almost did. I think it was a 2-match difference really in the end. But I said, if it comes down to one, it's going to be that Comac versus Dixon one.
Yeah.
And you looked at me and you're like, maybe. And so here are 2 guys nursing different injuries, but you really couldn't tell. I mean, they went out there and they wrestled. How many times have you seen and been in that position in your wrestling career where you've put the injury aside to go out there and just compete?
If you're going to wrestle for any length of time, you're going to accept that you're not going to wrestle 100%. Probably the first day of practice is the best you're ever going to feel. And if you ever just sit out for every time that you don't feel 100%, you're not going to wrestle very much. And so that's just part of the sport. I think, probably if you think about the guys that played in the Super Bowl yesterday, they got a 2-week break after the last game, but they probably didn't feel very good. And so there is a level of mental toughness that comes with that, and accepting that is part of the sport. And especially those 2 guys. I mean, Jace is dealing with a major injury that 99% of kids wouldn't even attempt to wrestle with, and made no excuse, doesn't complain about it. I mean, nothing but respect for that kid. Tegan's kind of that same way. He just, he's dealing with some stuff that, obviously you can tell because he's bandaged up a little bit, but never missed a practice because of it. Sometimes you almost have to hold him back, like, hey, we're going to not wrestle this match because, we might only have a short lifespan, because he would go out and just lay it on the line every time. So, those 2 guys, nothing but respect, and they could wrestle again this weekend, and they could wrestle the weekend after. So, and we're hoping for our case that definitely is the case, because that means we went pretty far in those tournaments.
So one thing I wanted to ask you about, because I noticed it and I wasn't sure if I had missed it in previous years or if it was the environment or just the fact that this was one of the most stacked on both sides for Crosstown that we had seen in a long while. But you and Louise were both getting very hyped up, very emotional, on the bench area. Afterwards, of course, like you were celebrating like coaches tell their kids never to do at the high school level.
Yeah.
But there was a few matches where I saw a coach have to put his hand on your chest and stop you from going out. I don't know what was going on because it was definitely loud in there. But I mean, was that a result of the environment, or is that just wrestling? Or
part of the couple times I had to go out, like Peyton Fenner, he can't see and he can't hear anything, and so I was trying to give him instructions, and so like in his match, there was an escape at the end, and so it tied it up, and I could see he was kind of squinting, and he's going like this, so I'm afraid that he thinks he's losing, is going to go out and take a bad shot and get taken down, but you couldn't hear anything. So I'm like almost on the mat trying to yell at him to say, it's tied. And it was at some point, it was just like, well, have at it, but I can't, I'm trying to help you. I can't. Cause so it's just kind of funny what people think that you're doing versus what you're actually doing is funny. So, and our principal was sitting right next to us the whole time. She was almost as amped up as I was. So,
I could see that.
Yeah.
It seemed like all the staff that was there in attendance, Hanneberg, Hobble, they were all pretty jazzed up, and rightfully so. One I did want to ask you about, because I was confused, and somebody had leaned over to me and asked me what was going on, and I was like, I don't know. I don't have a clue. It seemed like there was a match where there was like a flip into a pin, and it just like, and it just happened, and you were ready to walk out, and I saw a coach go, whoa.
Well, I was gonna bring the refs to the table in a particular match, and was anything going to change? No, probably not. But it felt like that one was called a little quick, and you got to live with that. And what you don't want to do is then go to the table fired up, then you cost your team a team point. And so that very well could have happened if you're not careful. If you can go to the table and you can talk to a ref and you can ask a question, but there's that line that you got to walk. So it was probably better. I mean, what was going to really happen other than they weren't gonna re-wrestle it. So yeah.
So how do you get the kids to come down from that, especially because of just what it was? It's not like last year it was Great Falls High, the year before CMR, and back and forth. Like, this was a long time coming, first time for everybody on the crew to focus now to divisionals, to state, and bring it back to ground level, and let's start from scratch. And
well, I think part of it was we talked as coaches the whole week. We weren't going to treat it any different. We weren't going to practice any different. We weren't going to prepare any different. It was a wrestling match. Right before we did the face-off, we all went out into the hallway and we talked about, hey, this feels like a big part of your life. In the grand scheme of things, it's going to take an hour and a half. So let's put it in perspective. And I think that's part of why they wrestled so well, is they were out there enjoying the moment and not stressed about the moment. And I think that's part of why they wrestled so well. Now, they all felt awesome Friday, right? So we still had, but we still had practice. And that's the thing about wrestling is, you can't get too high or too low, because again, like, now we're into the part that we really keep score. I mean, you want to win crosstown, you want to win all these duels, but in the grand scheme of things, it's all practice for the postseason. So then as coaches, you got to say, okay, hey, when we're in this practice room, we're still here to get better. And so, like today was just another day of practice, and we're going to use the next 4 after this to get better for divisionals.
Well, last thing before we switch, since we're going to cut your time a little short to make time for everybody else, is, it is Valentine's theme. We're coming up. What song did you sing to win over your significant other? Or if you didn't, if you had to pick one, what song would you sing to win them over?
When I met her, it was April 15th. 2004. April 15th is what? You're not an accountant, obviously. It's tax day.
Tax day. Okay, yeah. I was
she's an accountant by trade.
Oh, okay.
So I caught her in a really weak moment, and she was she was celebrating the end of tax season, and so I actually heard her sing "Hit Me with Your Best Shot" by Pat Benatar.
Wow.
Karaoke.
And you were like, okay.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Because I was playing hard to get, and then like she played that. Then I couldn't, like, what was I going to do? Like,
oh, man.
So she kept me for life after that.
Wow.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm sorry that you couldn't take the belt home. We can get you your own belt if you want. I feel like there should be one passed back and forth at the Crosstown Wrestling.
That would be.
But I don't know if she could handle any more of you on that level, because I had never seen you at that level before. I've known you for 4 years, and I was just like, he's on another, and I'm sorry you had to deal with that back home.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, and you know what, like, did I probably go over the top a little bit? Yeah, I probably did, but you also got to understand, like, there was some years that we got our butts kicked and we got our nose rubbed in it pretty good.
Yeah.
So, it kind of is what it is.
Well, it's because this Crosstown is different. It's team, but it's literally one-on-one.
Hey, that's Linda Moore and everything.
I know. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the best. That's
yeah,
the definition of wrestler right there.
absolutely. Well, Coach, thank you so much for coming back. Congratulations
thank
again. One more time for Coach Jensen and the CMR Wrestlers. And we're going to go with Fenner first. Fenner's going to be up after this commercial break.
The Block Coaches Show is made possible by our proud sponsors. The Burger Bunker, located at 24 5th Street South here in Great Falls and open Monday through Saturday. It's my personal favorite burger in town. I get the Island Burger. Stop in and tell them the F.A.N Show sent you. Burger Bunker, no frills, just deliciousness for your inner burger lover. Mars of Great Falls, your one-stop shop for a variety of automobile restoration services. Call today at 406-315-2142 or stop in and see Archie yourself at 1224 19th Avenue South. Schulte's 38th Street Store and Coffee House. Family owned and the best chicken in town if you ask me. But don't take my word for it. Stop in and see for yourself at 3800 3rd Avenue South. A cutting crew and nails too. Located at 315 17th Avenue Northeast, walk-ins are welcome or call and book an appointment today at 406-771-4900. Russell Country Federal Credit Union, where they believe in helping you and your children achieve financial success and building a better community. They want to be your financial home, so stop in their Great Falls or Fairfield office and get started on your new account today. Mountain West Farm Bureau Insurance, the Eric Dirk Agency, protecting what matters most, local service you can trust, and specializing in home, auto, life, and farm ranch products. And finally, C.M. Russell Hall of Famer Linda Morin, Rustler Pride.
That's right, Rustler Pride. She is in attendance right now, ladies and gentlemen. She is a one-of-one single supporter of the Coaches Show and just the Coaches Show. She wanted, and we do both schools, but she just wanted to be a part of it that much, and we appreciate her. Thank you so much for coming down to enjoy one of these. Love having you. Peyton Fenner, good to see you.
Good seeing you
I
too.
should probably change this to actually say Peyton Fenner now. Give me a second. Okay. There you are. Peyton Fenner. You're not Aaron Jensen. But hey, man. So you had the big finale, the last one, the heavyweight class against Brandon Shonen. I got to ask you straight. Did you think you were going to win?
Yeah.
Really? First match back. I like the confidence.
Yeah. I just knew I was going to win because coaches always talk about to expect that you're going to win, step out there that you're going to win. So I just knew I was going to win because I wanted to win really bad.
Sometimes that's all it takes. If you guys are watching on the live stream and you have any questions for anybody, drop them in the comments. And, I watched that and I was worried about your hand. How'd the hand hold up?
It's good.
Yeah, it's all good?
It's really good.
Yeah, I noticed you didn't have your cast on anymore. So
Yeah.
you're in the clear now, finally?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What's it like getting into a season like wrestling and then you go without for a month basically, and then when you're supposed to come back is Crosstown? Like what what goes through your mind? How do you sit still, I guess?
Just a lot of patience and trust in myself and my supporters, like my family and coaches and teammates. Just a lot of patience, healing, and waiting for that time to recover. It just takes a lot of time.
When I talked to Aiden Graves at Providence, because he's doing a redshirt year and he's going to do one more year after this year. When he talked to Comac about it, he's like, yeah, that's fine. You can do that, but we're not going to get fat. We're going to stay in shape. We're going to use this as an opportunity. Did coach tell you anything like that? Like, hey, heal up, take your time, but you're not allowed to get fat, dude. Like, we got to have you in wrestling shape and wrestling mode. Like, what was the conversation between you and Jensen?
He was like, just sit on the bike and sprint all the time. Like when they're working and doing live drills, he like sprint. Like he'll tell me to sprint, and I'll always like push the bike and sprint hard as I can, like all the time.
How close are you to breaking the bike?
Not at all.
What is your favorite thing about wrestling crosstown?
Atmosphere
Yeah.
and like our teammates, my teammates,
Do you prefer the one at Great Falls High or the one at CMR?
I love being at CMR because it's home, but I will go with Great Falls High because of like how loud it gets and the spotlight too.
Is that more of what you guys see when you travel to other duels at different schools? Is that one spotlight, or is that only for state and then when you guys are at Great Falls High?
Just at Great Falls High.
Wow. Because that's how it is when I'm at Providence for Argos duels, is they have the one spotlight. So it seems like that's a more traditional thing, but I'm surprised they don't have a way to do it at CMR or at other schools. But this has been a tough question for a lot of people, is which one do you prefer? And everybody, from CMR loves being at home, but there's something about if you're a wrestler that night and that old gym, and it just like, Thunderdome, the Coliseum, like was that amping you up alone, just being in that?
Oh yeah. Like it was so loud I couldn't even think. Like I was always like it was hurting my ears.
Well, coach said you can't hear anything anyway, so.
Well, I couldn't hear him at all.
I went from not hearing well to not at all.
Like when we went out of bounds on that escape, I literally looked at him. He's like, "I'm doing this." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, you know what that meant?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like,
I couldn't hear him,
good?
but I was like, "Oh." So he did get an escape.
So you guys have signals then, I take it, for what each one means? Because this football, it's good. So
Yeah.
I don't know what that would mean in wrestling, but it means you're tied then?
It's just you're neutral.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you've played in your share of crosstown football games. You've wrestled at your share of crosstown wrestling matches. Which one do you prefer?
That's a hard question. I'm gonna go with like wrestling.
Because you got the last win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
yeah,
okay to be selfish. You can be a little bit.
It's just like it's just preparation, really, and like that 1 hour and a half was really fun and probably one of the best moments I've ever had with my team and myself.
It was fun to watch for me, but tough to watch at the same time because I'm looking at the different weights and who's matched up with who, because you guys don't. And coach, this is like feedback for future years. You need to give us like an actual like fight card so that we know exactly what's going on and there's no guessing. Because I was looking at some of the matches and I mean, you and Shonen, I have tremendous amount of respect for both of you. And so it's like, I don't know much about either of your guys' wrestling skills. I know you're both great linemen. I knew that Jace and Tegan was going to be a great match. And then I'm looking around and I'm thinking, okay, I know this guy. I don't know this guy. They could be a great wrestler, but I don't know much about him. And so I'm kind of like trying to go through it. Every one of these matches, there was just something electric about it, even if it was quick. But when you went out there last, I mean, you guys already had it locked away, but what kind of pressure was still on you to be the cherry on top of that night?
I was nervous. Like, I was really nervous.
You don't get nervous.
Like it meant a lot because cherry on top, like last match, and ended off in a good way. Like it was like my first match back in a little over a month. So I was like really nervous. But Coach Podesky came up to me. He was like, breathe and you'll be fine. I was like, yeah. And he told me that step out there expecting to win.
Now, did you mean to angle slam suplex him, or did that just happen from pure adrenaline?
I was just going to try to like take him down to his hips. But when I got behind him, I'm like, I got to do it. I got to do it. I got to throw him.
How high did you jump off the mat when he did that?
Well, I was afraid we were going to get called for an illegal slave because we split up and started arguing.
Oh, okay. I thought you guys were encouraged to do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, so normally it's 3, and so I saw that it was scoreless after 1, scoreless after 2, and then tied at 1 and 3, and then third was over, and I was like, I've never seen this happen. I don't know what happens next. And then somebody goes over the PA, and they're like, we're gonna go to 1 more, and I was like, of course, Fenners would go not just the 3, but 1 more in the last match of Crosstown, just to keep these kids like even more amped up than they already are. When that happened, like, are you already exhausted because you're prepped mentally and physically for 3, or is your adrenaline just taking over at that point where you're like, let's go 2 more, I don't care?
I was really tired, so it's just more adrenaline.
I can't imagine why.
I was just really like numb.
Well, when you finally got the winning, what was it? Was it an escape or a takedown?
It was a takedown.
Takedown. Were you surprised, or did you finally be like, oh, got him? And then,
I just knew like where to attack and what to expect.
wow. Did you tell Shonen that after?
No.
Some of you guys, I wonder when it comes to wrestling, because you guys, I can't hear you, thank God, when you're out on the line in football, and who knows what kind of trash talk is being said when you're that far away from each other. But out on the wrestling mat, now it's one-on-one. There's not a blocking scheme. There's not a play being called. There's not a defense that's in whatever zone. It's you and another guy. So I don't know what's being said, if anything's being said. But, I mean, you and Shonen, no strangers to each other. What was it like wrestling him in your last crosstown as a wrestler?
I mean, we both like wrestled earlier in the year, so it was like expecting to be a better match than last time because I teched him last time, and I just knew he'd be ready for next time when it came around, and crosstown was the time, and he put up a better fight, but I came out on top, and I was really happy with my effort.
All right. Well, it was a great finale. The whole thing was great. I can't say that enough. This will probably be the bow that we put on the experience before we turn our focus to the postseason of wrestling. But now for some fun questions. So love is in the air. I don't know if you've seen this coach's show for last week and this week, and are actually like the dating service. Unfortunately, Reigns knows too much about this. Sorry, we tried to set his sister up. But you have a Valentine yet?
No.
Okay, so very eligible bachelor Peyton Fenner is in need of a Valentine. Why should someone be your Valentine?
I don't know.
Because you got the win at the end of Crosstown. That's why. Like, that's your only selling point, and the only one that you need is like, I won my match at Crosstown.
I mean, we wrestle on Valentine's Day, so
So you can impress somebody in the stands. I mean, there's that. But
nah.
what is a song that you would sing to win your true love's heart?
I'm not really big of a Valentine's guy, so I don't know.
Wow, dude, we gotta work on that. You have a date to prom?
No.
You know who you're gonna ask?
Maybe not.
You're too secretive right now, man.
No, I mean, yeah, but like, it's just, I don't know if I want to go to prom.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it is what it is, but any reason why not?
Do we have the AU that day?
Do we have literally anything else going on?
Oh, we
today at
do?
prom?
Oh, then I'll probably just go wrestle instead.
Oh, jeez.
Nah.
I got time to put on a tux and get flowers and be all charming and stuff. Come on, man.
Nah.
Who on the team, because this is a joke that goes around, especially in Montana. So I'll just ask you straight up, who on the team is most likely to be considered to wrestle an actual bear?
Oh, it might have to be Max.
Really?
Yeah.
Why Max?
He's just like, he's big enough and like, he just like uses his head, but he doesn't think a lot. So if like you put a bear in front of him and you just say,
Yeah, I'll
hey,
take
wrestle
it.
this bear, he'll like,
Yeah,
oh, I'll
let's
do it. Do
Hey,
it.
game on. Let's go. Is the worst part of wrestling the singlet? No? What's the worst part of wrestling?
Nothing really.
Nothing, not the singlet, not conditioning, not any of that.
I might have to throw conditioning in it.
It's okay to be honest. This is the safe bubble of the coaches show. You're perfectly safe here. You're perfectly fine.
I'm gonna go conditioning.
Well, the movie Send Help has raised a great question. It was one that we kind of did in the fall, but now we're flipping it to the other side. Who is the person, either team, boys or girls, that you would not want to be stranded on a desert island with?
Probably Xavier.
Why Xavier? I already hear the laughter.
He's an odd one. Like on Saturday, he got on all fours and started barking at the girls' basketball team.
Okay, yeah, that. You're like, is there a volleyball I could talk to? Because I'm not feeling this right now, Xavier.
Yeah.
Okay, so Xavier's the oddball who's not going to help you out at all. What's
Him or Max?
him or Max?
Yeah.
Okay. Max getting no love from you. I'm a little sad.
That's my practice partner. So,
who on the team has impressed you the most this season?
I'm gonna go Austin.
Austin? All right.
He stepped up a lot of times at 215 and 190, and at Crosstown, I thought he pinned Colby. I thought he pinned him. Like he literally, what was it, lat drop? He lat dropped him. I thought he pinned him.
Oh,
Like that's a big jump, and he outweighed you like 30, 40 pounds.
jeez. I didn't know they'd let you wrestle when there's that big of a weight difference, but you learn something new every day. Well, last thing before we switch, and we're going to bring up Kalen, and then we'll finish out with Gage. Congratulations. He has committed to MSU Northern to play for the Lights. Great job, man. Proud of you.
Thank you.
Any final thoughts on the big crosstown win?
Just big morale booster.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ready for divisionals and state and all that?
Oh yeah,
Fired up?
we have our eyes on divisionals, so we're ready.
Okay. You got to work on your promo skills and your top rope moves.
Nah.
Coach will take over. He's got you from there. Yeah. I want a Canadian destroyer out of you by the end of this.
Really?
All right. That'll do it for Peyton Fenner. Thank you so much, man. And after this commercial break, we'll be back with Kalen Kramer.
The Block Coaches Show is made possible by our proud sponsors. The Burger Bunker, located at 24 5th Street South here in Great Falls and open Monday through Saturday. It's my personal favorite burger in town. I get the Island Burger. Stop in and tell them the F.A.N Show sent you. Burger Bunker, no frills, just deliciousness for your inner burger lover. Mars of Great Falls, your one-stop shop for a variety of automobile restoration services. Call today at 406-315-2142 or stop in and see Archie yourself at 1224 19th Avenue South. Schulte's 38th Street Store and Coffee House. Family owned and the best chicken in town if you ask me. But don't take my word for it. Stop in and see for yourself at 3800 3rd Avenue South. A Cutting Crew and Nails Too. Located at 315 17th Avenue Northeast, walk-ins are welcome or call and book an appointment today at 406-771-4900. Russell Country Federal Credit Union, where they believe in helping you and your children achieve financial success and building a better community. They want to be your financial home, so stop in their Great Falls or Fairfield office and get started on your new account today. Mountain West Farm Bureau Insurance, the Eric Dirk Agency, protecting what matters most, local service you can trust, and specializing in home, auto, life, and farm ranch products. And finally, C.M. Russell Hall of Famer Linda Morin, Rustler Pride.
All right. We are back, and we have Kalen Kramer. Welcome.
Thank you.
You were by request because, in my opinion, you had the match of the night for the girls. I know that the team didn't get the win, but you, I talked to Coach. I said, "Hey, you're 155er." I mean, that was something. And he's like, "This is normally the outcome, but this was a little tougher." I mean, walk me through that match. It was against Faith, right?
Layla.
Oh, Layla. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of walked in there. I felt like I had some leverage, and then it started and she had more momentum than me. I feel like Great Falls High has more they're more speedy, and then CMR is more skilled wise. But second round, oh, that was rough. I was getting tired, dude. I was tapped. And then third, looked at Del Garza and he said, "Go neutral." I said, "No, you're crazy. I have gone absolutely nowhere in neutral." Went top. and then kind of carried away.
Wow. But hey, you still got the hand raise at the end. Got a great photo of it. I mean, that
Oh.
was.
Oh.
It is one of my favorite photos from the girls' matches because you just look like you got through a war.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
Oh yeah, I was tapped.
but what, like, how do you even prepare for those matches?
I kind of just like walk in silence. I just keep to myself.
Wow. So you don't have like a pregame or anything. You just like you want to zone out and be very zen and
Yeah.
left alone.
I sit there and I walk around. I watch other matches, think about what I could fix from my other matches, and just try it.
So you don't coach. You just kind of pick and choose. Like, okay, this worked. This didn't work.
Hmm.
Avoid that. Okay, I can see that. Do you want to coach at all? Like, have you found yourself stepping into pseudo coach when you're cheering from the bench area?
I mean, I feel like once I graduate, I want to stick with the sport. So I feel like I would like to be coaching.
Well, I can tell you, if you want to stay close to home, Providence is having a phenomenal time with their wrestling program right now. They're never home to wrestle, but their girls are some of the best in the country. So, just saying, like, I don't know how much of your future you've thought about, but you're
Well,
senior.
I'm
give it a
going to
look.
Northern for welding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
On a wrestling scholarship?
Mm-mm.
No. What other sports do you do?
None.
None. So,
I committed myself to wrestling, so went from volleyball to wrestling.
and they didn't offer you a wrestling scholarship for up there?
No, I don't think they have girls up there.
Oh, well, I mean, they have girls, but just not girls wrestling.
Yeah. Focus on welding, getting the money.
Her and I were having a great conversation before we even came back from commercial break. So she does have a Valentine. Congratulations, boyfriend of 2 years.
Mhm.
But you said that it's an interesting dynamic between the two of you.
Yep.
How does that work?
I just wear the pants in the relationship. That's all I can say.
Oh, and then after she said that, she's like, "Oh, he's gonna be mad." I was like, "If you wear the pants, he's gonna apologize to you. What are you worried about?"
Oh God.
Does he get you both roses and chocolates for Valentine's?
No,
No.
I don't want chocolate.
Okay, so just the flowers.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
He gets me a Red Bull, which I probably don't need, but makes me happy.
A Red Bull and flowers. Did you ask him to prom? Like, I just want to know how far the pants go in the relationship.
No, I have not. We're not
Oh.
going to prom.
Was that a joint decision, or did you just say we're not going to prom? He's
I
like,
just told
"Okay."
them we're not going. And he accepted it. That's all I can say.
I hope I meet him so bad. Like, I want to meet him so bad. Okay, great. So you have a Valentine, flowers, Red Bull. You're a simple girl. Wrestling's your sport. You're gonna go do welding. God, you've got it figured out. I'm impressed. So not only did you have a great match, but you just live an impressive life. As a CMR senior. What's left on your bucket list for senior year then?
Just to get through it.
Truer words were never spoken by a high school student. Just gonna get through it, man. Like, come on.
Senioritis is hitting real bad.
Oh, which part of it?
Not wanting to go.
Oh, yep. It's February. Oh yeah, we're right on schedule.
Yeah, we got 4 months left.
I'm surprised you didn't say how many days, how many hours, because I think.
Oh no, I don't know that yet.
Oh, okay, you will.
I will. I'll
Yeah.
look it up for you.
Come March, you'll have it. You'll be like, we got 3 months, 2 weeks, 3 days, and 41, 40. You'll have it down. But how did you get into wrestling then? If you don't do any other sports, like how did you find wrestling, or did wrestling find you? Who wears the
Well-
pants in that relationship?
Okay. Wrestling does.
Wrestling
But
does.
my freshman year, someone asked me to join, and that's when I was a volleyball player. And I was like, no, I'm too scared to get hurt. Yeah. And then sophomore year, I said I'll try it. And then since then, I've been with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you went from being scared to get hurt to now you are basically the deciding factor in a lot of parts of your life. I like how the turn has come there. The switch was made. And
Yeah.
So you never looked back at volleyball, never missed it or anything. Not
I mean, there's parts where I miss it, but
not the girl talk, none of that.
oh God, no. God, no. I get along with the boys more than I do the girls.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
What's the best thing about wrestling for CMR?
Do you really want to know the answer? I don't think you do.
I hope I do.
No.
No?
I guess like coaches hold us to a standard, and obviously they want us to meet it, but if they know that we have the boundaries set, they won't pass them. Like Jensen, like he is a guy's coach, but he will always be on the sidelines for the girls. Same with the boys. The girls show up for the boys show up for the girls. It's kind of more, it's not like a single sport. It's more of like family per se.
Well, and I was talking to Jensen a couple years ago about how the program had grown so much, and obviously you're part of that. But is that because of what you talked about, or did that come after the fact? It's just like, look, girls are here to stay. You guys might as well accept it. Or,
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like some guys like they don't take us serious, and then they
then you just have to go
and
and,
then we win the matches, and like, okay, we have to take them serious now, so they're kind of here. I mean, whatever. Just join the family, I guess.
Wow. So, other than cracking open a Red Bull and then sitting in silence, what's your pre-match look like? Has it evolved at all from when you started wrestling to now?
Yeah, my sophomore year, I wouldn't like. I don't think I took it very serious. I'd sit there and I'd laugh and I'd joke, and I was not warmed up at all. And then this year, I'm more like focused. Like, okay, like you got to settle down and like actually prepare for the match, not act like a 2-year-old.
Yeah, it
But-
helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes I need to laugh, but you can get that afterwards.
Are you the source of all the humor on the girls' team?
No, there's
No?
some girls. I'm just kind of there.
There's some head shakes happening to the crowd. It's okay.
It's fine. They'll live with it.
This has been one of the best interviews that we've had for wrestling, especially on the coach's show. So, who's the person that you least want to be stranded on the desert island with then? I feel like you have a pretty good idea because obviously you're going to be out chopping the woods, building, starting the fire, all of that. So, there's.
Okay, there's two. I would not be stranded with Brianna. One, because she's my sister. And two, she does not know how to survive. Like we don't get along. Okay, we just don't get along. And then the other one is from the boys' team is probably Peyton. Okay, we have our moments, but there's sometimes where we just want to murder each other because we're getting on each other's nerves, and
Wait.
we tend to do that a lot.
Fenner or De La Garza?
Del Garza.
Okay, you're good. You had a look on your face like, what?
No, me and Peyton are good. It's Peyton.
Hayden.
Peyton.
Got it. Okay, so you guys don't get along.
I mean, we do. Just we don't get along as much as we do.
Oh, okay. Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know. We have like more of like a brother sister bond.
Ah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So, Crosstown in your mind, I mean, how was it? You guys didn't get the team win, but your match and how the other girls performed, you guys are the foundation of
Mhm.
what that for that school will eventually become.
Yeah. I don't know. At Crosstown, I was very proud of myself. I pushed myself to be where I am right now. The girls did very good. They definitely used what we do at practice. Like a bunch of girls were doing new moves. They were trying new things. Some may have not turned out as they wanted to, but they weren't salty about it. Just how it is.
I feel like you're someone who has a superstition.
Oh,
No? Not superstitious at all.
I mean, a little.
Okay, so what is the superstition?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel it, but I just don't know. I just don't know. It's just there.
Okay. All right. Well, when it comes to wrestling, did you watch professional wrestling at all? I mean, I feel like Jensen, if it was me, I would have like the best of WCW and the Monday Night Wars going on in the background at practice. But did you venture down pro wrestling at all when you got into it?
I wasn't really big into watching it. And then, like at hotels, everyone would sit there and play it on the TV, and then I'd get stuck watching it, and then I'd get into it, and then I'd get bored.
So who's your go-to character when you play? You don't know?
No.
You just pick it random?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just,
Do you win that way?
yeah. I just go for it. I just shoot my shot, and if I score, I score. I don't know.
As we get ready for divisionals in state, who's the one person in your weight class that you're like
There's this Bronx girl. I don't know her name, but it was at
Names are
The-
secondary; they're not important.
Yeah, it's their second feature. But it was the Missoula's a day trip, and like I had her, and then like she had me, and then I thought I like broke her and I could get her, and then I got pinned.
How do you think you break someone? Like literally break
No,
them?
not literally.
Like their spirit?
Yeah, like they're
Or
like
what-
okay.
Oh, and
Oh.
how did you think that you did that?
She looked like on the verge of tears.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it. That'll definitely.
So I thought I had it, and then she had me, and then I was like, okay, well, that just
Okay, so one thing I got to know then, this will be one of our last questions, is on the girls' team, is it like a point of pride to try to get your opponent on the verge of tears then?
sometimes, sometimes. I mean, if we can get it there, we can get it there. But
Like, is
we
that-
don't purposely mean to. But I mean, like, okay, don't look at me like that.
Is that what you guys are teaching? You're like, if you see tears, you're on to something. There's the movie Ready to Rumble, which that's your assignment to watch
Okay.
over the weekend. Jensen may have seen it, but they go over to this old guy wrestling instructor, and he is letting the high school team that he coaches out so that he can start a new session one-on-one. And as the guys are leaving, they're all bandaged up, and he says, "Remember, guys, apply pressure until you hear cartilage snap or they crap in their pants." So I just wanted to gauge, what kind of stuff is being taught at the wrestling. If it's tears and that's it, like, hey, we got to stop at tears.
Oh no, no.
No.
You gotta wrestle through the tears,
You got to muscle through
or
the
that's
tears.
sprints, and I don't want to do sprints, so I'd rather just go through it.
Wow, or it's sprints. Okay. All right.
I told you we're at a high standard.
It-
We're high
Very
schoolers.
high. I see that now. I don't think I could go.
It's
through
not
it.
bad. It's good.
It's intimidating.
Yes. Yes.
Is there a victory that stands out in your mind that's been your favorite in your high school career?
Probably crosstown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though the outcome has been what it's been, you had to earn that one.
Yeah. Like my sophomore year, I didn't have a crosstown. And then my junior year, I didn't wrestle because I had surgery. And then this year, I felt the matches that I had before crosstown were to prepare me for crosstown.
Okay.
So,
Well-
crosstown's number one.
Well, you had fantastic match.
Thank you.
Match of the night, you guys on the girls. So props to that. And thank you so much for coming and subjecting yourself to this. I will apologize to your boyfriend, and then he'll apologize to you because that's just how that dynamic sounds like it works. I can't wait to meet him. It sounds like a great guy. But
He is.
thank you so much, Kaylin Kramer, and we're going to come back and finish things out with Gage Allen after this commercial break.
The Block Coaches Show is made possible by our proud sponsors. The Burger Bunker, located at 24 5th Street South here in Great Falls and open Monday through Saturday. It's my personal favorite burger in town. I get the Island Burger. Stop in and tell them the Fan Show sent you. Burger Bunker, no frills, just deliciousness for your inner burger lover. Mars of Great Falls, your one-stop shop for a variety of automobile restoration services. Call today at 406-315-2142 or stop in and see Archie yourself at 1224 19th Avenue South. Schulte's 38th Street Store and Coffee House. Family owned and the best chicken in town if you ask me. But don't take my word for it. Stop in and see for yourself at 3800 3rd Avenue South. A Cutting Crew and Nails Too. Located at 315 17th Avenue Northeast. Walk-ins are welcome or call and book an appointment today at 406-771-4900. Russell Country Federal Credit Union, where they believe in helping you and your children achieve financial success and building a better community. They want to be your financial home, so stop in their Great Falls or Fairfield office and get started on your new account today. Mountain West Farm Bureau Insurance, the Eric Dirk Agency, protecting what matters most, local service you can trust, and specializing in home, auto, life, and farm ranch products. And finally, C.M. Russell Hall of Famer Linda Morin, Rustler Pride.
That's right, Rustler Pride. We are back to finish things out on this special Part 2 edition of CMR Wrestling on the Block Coaches Show. Welcome, Gage Allen, the man who closed it out. As I'm calling it, and this may be a very common phrase, but the points of no return. Is that a common thing in wrestling?
I mean, you're saying it now, so might as well start it up.
I like it. I think it's catchy. The points of no return, because that's essentially what you're working after is points. You and I talked after, and you said that you really wanted to be the one that was the nail in the coffin, and then you got that. I mean, looking back, is there any better scenario that you could have dreamt up for your crosstown this year?
Not really. It was sweet. We've been working for that for a long, long time, and I was the last match last year. Kind of was hoping it was going to come down to me last year too, but it didn't. So we got it done this year, which I was super excited about. Got super loud in there. Got everyone fired up.
What do you think was the difference with this year? Because last year was really close, really good. Like I told Jensen, every year that I've seen crosstown wrestling, I mean, both sides have their players, and obviously you're one of them. Dixon's another. The other side, they've got guys like Comac and Florchinger. But I mean, what was the difference for CMR this time?
I mean, I've thought this for the last few years. We were always super young, a lot of sophomores, a lot of freshmen, and I think this year it was just everybody kind of matured. Great Falls High still got their older guys, but even our young guys, we had our old guys that are studs, and we got our young guys like stepped up, like Will Roten at 175, and so everyone just played their part. Everyone bought into it, and we were all just clicking, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, you guys are only with the program for a max of 4 years, and you still have a year ahead of this one. But I couldn't imagine if you guys could do this like professional careers where you could be in it for 10, 12, even 14 seasons. At which point would you be like, whatever we're doing isn't working? But what, after 3 years, did you know the history at all? Like, did you know what kind of streak or drought you guys were ending?
Yeah. So my dad's a coach on staff too, so I've always kind of been around CMR wrestling and crosstown, known Jensen forever, and so I know how important this was to us as a team. I remember a few years ago, it was in Great Falls High's old gym. It came down to heavyweight, and we lost. And me and Madden were so bummed out about it. I think we were in like sixth grade maybe. We were super young, but we were super bummed out about it. And so I remember these last few years we were just building up, and me and Madden finally got it done. So I was super excited about that.
What was your favorite match of the night?
I mean, my match personally, I guess.
Yes. Spoken like a true winner. My match. Are you kidding me? Come on, man.
But watching Kane, because Kane had gone through a lot of injuries still from football, and so to watch him get that pin was super sweet.
Kane was an impressive match. I will give him that. It looked like he was definitely psyched to win. So I was like, I don't know if he saw that one coming or not. For you, what was the point where you knew you had it?
I mean, once we got to 157 with Tegan and Jace's match, and it was a really good match. And Jace stuck Tegan earlier in the year, so I was kind of pretty nervous about that match. And Tegan was wrestling really good. He got majored, but Jace is a stud. I think Tegan's gonna get him here coming down at the end of the year. But we got to 65, so Kane's match. Now that I'm thinking about it, but Kane got the pin, and then I think it was Madden ran up to me, and I was gonna wrestle 215 originally. Madden runs up to me, and he's like, If Will gets the pin here, you're gonna go at 190. I'm like, I'm psyched up now. And so Will gets the pin, and I'm running out there, and it's just once we got to Will got the pin. I was like, I got it. Let's go.
You just looked at the fight card and you were like, there's just nobody that can stop us, man. Wow, that's crazy. Because I had talked to a couple of the coaches, and I said, at what point, like, is it a done deal? Because I don't know the point system by heart. I do know the pin is 6 and everything, but I was just like, what's the do they have it calculated where, hey, if a team gets past this many points, it's a done deal? Like, I don't know if that's how it works in wrestling.
No, I mean, at AA duels, you'll see some crazy scores like Billings West against like Hellgate, who maybe isn't the most quality program, but like I think it's like 84-0. Like every single match is a pin. It's just feel for the guys at Hellgate sometimes.
So when you guys are in a match and through 3 rounds, let's say you rack up 14-3, it's still, because it's not a pin, it only counts for, what was that, 3?
So there's 3, and then if you win by like 8 or more, that's 4.
Oh, okay.
5. And so, I mean, if it's like a 7, like you're losing by 7, not getting taken down is like a really big deal. And then if you're out by like 14, getting another takedown, getting that text adds up over time.
All right, you've done the math. I like it. So how has your pre-match ritual changed, or has it?
I mean, in tournaments, it's usually pretty the same. Like around like 5 matches before, I'll kind of start getting moving, do all that stuff. But in a duel, it's a little different because I'm trying to watch all my teammates. I'm getting pumped up. Crosstown, I maybe didn't warm up as much as I should have been. I was watching a lot of wrestling that night, but usually it's pretty similar. I throw my headphones on, listen to some music.
What's on the playlist?
It's kind of all over the place.
If you say girl music, I swear, dude, you're gonna be like the 4th wrestler. It's like, yeah, I got my Katy Perry. And It's like,
No.
what are you doing out there?
I usually listen to country, honestly, but I've kind of started listening a little bit more rap lately.
I do. The one thing that I really do love that's unique about wrestling is okay, with football, the guys are out there, they're in the huddle or the pregame, somebody's giving a speech, and you guys will fire each other up. And there can be like AC/DC, Hell's Bells going on in the background or something. And it's like that. It's a combined effort to get pumped up because you're going out there as a unit. For wrestling, though, I have heard, because it's one-on-one, so many different things that people do to get like in the mindset or hyped up. There's people that have to sit in complete silence. Hayden Graves was telling me that he likes to just kind of listen to calming music. And I said, you strike me as the type that would need to be like, I don't know, slapped across the face. He's like, no, but Comac will do that to some other guys that really do need that before they go out and wrestle. So it's just there's such a variety of the way that everybody gets into their mode because it's your time,
Right.
And so how did you figure out what worked for you?
I've just been wrestling for a long time. It used to be probably up until middle school. I really didn't take the sport super serious. I was always a football player. I used to thought football was gonna be the thing. I mean, it still is an option, but started kind of just taking it more serious. And I was like, yeah, I should probably start moving around, actually getting ready for matches now. And then eventually it was just like people would put me through warm-ups, and I was like, this doesn't feel right. And so eventually kind of just turned into my own thing. But yeah, it pretty much stays the same.
Was there ever a time where you went up to somebody on the team and be like, hey, I need you to slap me? Like, I want to give it a try. We'll see. Like,
I haven't. That's just, why would you want to get hit in the face? Like, but I've definitely seen it before. Yeah.
okay. I mean, it makes sense. It's whatever you got to do to get hyped up. I know guys that listen to angry music and that's it. That's their thing. Or there's the movie Warrior, which is a fantastic movie if you haven't seen it. But his coach teaches him to listen to, like musical arrangements like Beethoven and stuff because it keeps your heart rate down and it keeps your mind in this place where you're not getting ahead of yourself and you're not losing control and seeing red ultimately. So it's just, that's the beauty of wrestling, or I guess any kind of one-on-one combat sport, is that there's no like cookie cutter way to do it from one person to the next. So it's always interesting to hear from you guys and how you get hyped up. So now we got to get to the more serious questions, which is, do you have your Valentine yet?
I do. Yeah.
You do. All right. Yes. Do they know it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's okay. When did you ask?
I think last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flowers or chocolates, or did you do both?
I got flowers.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Feel like it went pretty well.
Yeah.
And this going to be your prom date?
I think so.
Yeah?
She doesn't say no, but
Wow.
hope not.
No pressure or anything.
I hope not. I've been dating for like 7 months now. So
Wow.
I
Okay.
hope I don't get a no.
Yeah. Hey, perfect guy to take to prom. Don't say no when he asks. You thought about how you're going to ask? Like, I guess that's a big deal. It's like the asking.
My mom's trying to get me to find a good way to ask, but I'll figure something
That's
out.
what moms are there for. You gave your mom a shout out in our interview, and I think it's such a wholesome moment because there's so much that happens behind the scenes. When you guys are out there, it's you, yes, but once you go home from school or go home from practice or all that, so much of what happens at the home can be so crucial. And it sounds like you guys have had, a great relationship, and she's been a great support system. I mean, do you think you'd be where you are if it was any different?
Absolutely not. Like, she does so much for me, whether it's like the hardships of wrestling. Like, it's a tough sport, and so sometimes you just need a break to not think about wrestling and just kind of like live life, I guess, as weird as that sounds. But
When you started, I'm going to assume there were a couple of times where a kid was probably beating you up pretty good, Okay. I know that you're good now, but maybe not always. How many times did you see her about ready to come out of the stands?
for the longest time, I never like thought she was like a super like typical like crazy wrestling mom. Like, but looking back,
They
she
do
was-
exist.
She was definitely one of the louder moms I've heard, quite frankly. but I don't think she's ever gotten close to like running out there or anything.
Oh, well, I mean, you're in a safe space now because you're really good. But I mean, earlier that there's some moms that I've seen about ready to charge the field or the court or the mats or whatever from the stands and give either the ref, the coach, or God forbid the other player a piece of their mind. So I'm glad that she keeps it in check for your sake.
Yeah.
But it's great that you have that support system and that you guys get along really well. You've thought about your future a little bit. Sounds like football's still on the table. Wrestling's obviously what we're in right now and what you love, but you seem to maybe love them both equally.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to kind of know by the end of the summer. I mean, ideally, it'd be really tough. Try and do both in college, which would be, I don't even want to think about it right now. But
yeah, dual scholarship for sports that are back to back is a killer. I know guys that have them for a fall and a spring sport, and the spring sport has been like the saving grace. But yeah, that I couldn't tell you as far as the challenges there. But do you know where you want to go?
not yet. We're still figuring it out.
Okay. Well, best of luck. Let me know when you decide. But you still got your senior year. What's on the bucket list?
Win a state title for sure. Hopefully 2 of them. But, I mean, got to take it 1 year at a time. So can't worry about next year until we get done with our state tournament here in 2 weeks. So
Okay. Yeah, right now you got to wrestle and then hope that she says yes when you ask her to prom. What's the song that you would sing to get her to say yes or to win her heart if you had to?
Oh God. No, I don't know.
All right, you have something to think about. And then let's go ahead and ask, who's the one person on the team that you would not want to be on a desert island with?
He asked me to shout him out, and Fenner said him, so I guess X, Xavier.
Yeah, Xavier's getting no love. For Great Falls High boys basketball, it was Larry who was getting all the shade thrown at him, like catching strays from everywhere. So it's just Xavier's time here. So I feel bad for him. We did get a couple questions here in the chat. I'll ask you as a junior, favorite freshman on the wrestling team?
Definitely not Xavier.
That was ruthless, man. We have a clear not answer.
I would either go Barrett or Carter. Bear's, love that kid. He works so hard. He's 80 pounds at 103. Can't ask for much more out of him. And Carter I've known forever. So love that kid.
Okay. All right. Well, I have appreciated your time, really. Thank you so much for being here, man. That crosstown was so much fun. And yes, the big shiny thing on my hand, everybody was talking about Seahawks getting another ring yesterday. As a Niners fan, I heard plenty of that, so I had to bring and wear my ring. So, hey, I've got one of my own. It's fun by me. But best of luck in divisionals, state, and seriously, man, it was so fun to watch you guys in that whole crosstown. So I can't wait for next year. We get another year. Gage Allen, it's going to be awesome. But one more time for all the CMR wrestlers, the wrestling team, for Coach Jensen and the three up here, and for me, I am the team man, Richard Tiemann. So next week, CMR girls basketball. Finally, the schedules sync up. So we did back-to-back Great Falls High, and then a mutual one, a crossover with wrestling, and now we're going to go back-to-back CMR. So next week, Monday, CMR girls basketball. All right, so we will see you next time.